Whoops. Oh well. I thought I'd do this right quick. This is gonna be another shorty, so just listen and then you can enjoy this later. I'm gonna talk about subversiveness in Mr. Metokur. Because apparently Mr. Metokur is dying of cancer and did a lot of great videos. He did. Did a lot of great videos. Talking about various spurgs such as Linkara. That's the biggest one I can think of offhand, but did others. I think overall, Mr. Metokur served his purpose, but people take it too far, and they're just like, "Oh, the internet's gonna be awful without him." Oh, and they talk about Josh of Kiwi Farms and all those. To me, this is just the end of an era. That's all it is for younger millennials. Not necessarily me, because I'm older, but this is the end of an era for younger millennials and for Zoomers. That's all it is. It's just the end of an era. When people cope so hard, it's like, oh, it's the end of the internet, bro. And it's like, we ignore the fact that most of the internet is the dark internet that only a few people get to look at, right? Only 10% of the internet is actually out there for regular people to look at, for normies. The rest is all stuff that special people get to look at, right? So there's always going to be subversiveness. It's just stuff that you won't be able to see, and won't be easily accessible. So, yeah, I mean, look, Groypers and the Pepes and all that stuff died out a while back. I would say 2018 when alt-right died. Much like the United States died, I would say arguably in the 1970s and early 80s. The idea of the United States died, and it's just we're looking at a corpse. We are looking at a zombie. That is the reality that we are in my opinion, anyway. We can't be upset about this. We can't be angry about it. It just is what it is, right? This is the sands of time. So when people get angry, oh man, the internet's so awful without him here, bro. It's just like, get over it. This is just how things work. I don't really get why people are like this. Like, oh my gosh, what? Oh, it's ending, bro. Everything's dying. No, I mean, it's just decay and rebirth. That's all it is, right? The dead dinosaurs are what created, oil so that we can burn it today, right? The dead grass clippings help to grow more grass, etc., right? This is the circle of life. So the Groyper memes and all that, and the Pepes and the midges and all that other stuff, they can give birth to something else, right? Same thing with the Wojaks, right? They had their time, and people are still going to use them because people don't have much imagination. But I think that eventually something new will come about. It's just how it is. It's not that complicated. People worship, Daddy Jim and all this. It's just like, look, yeah, I appreciate what Metokur did as well. But it's like, he's one man. I think it's ridiculous to be like, oh, well, it's going to be passed off to this person or that. Just let it go. Just let it go. Go out gracefully instead of hanging on for dear life to something that's already gone. It's the same thing of holding on to the idea of the United States. It's a dead thing. The only people who really fight for the idea of America are immigrants who come here and live in the fantasy that it's still the 1950s again, or it's still the 1930s, where you can build a business with $1,000. It doesn't work that way. Hell, it didn't even work back then. Because the fact is that you had to make deals with a lot of different people. You had to sell out, even back then. They're the ones holding on to the American dream. Most average Americans, they're just going to get what they can get. You know, every man for themselves, every woman for themselves, right? Hell, even if they did become millionaires, what would they do with it? You know? Anywho, I think that's all I gotta say for that one. Hopefully y'all enjoy this. I'll probably get some hate about this. Bro, why are you talking shit about Metokur? I'm talking shit about people like you who are pitiful fanboys of a guy who I would say by 2017 or 2018 reached his peak. Actually, his peak was long before that even. But, 2018 was kind of the downhill. By 2019, 2020, much China stuff, it only went so far, Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.